welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about the Disney life. We now move on to our next restaurant for Walt Disney World. It is Hollywood and Vine, which is located at Hollywood Studios. So let us get into the facts all about this amazing restaurant. This restaurant is one of only 5 restaurants in the park that recommend or require advance reservations, the others being the Hollywood Brown Derby, Mamma Melrose's Ristorante Italiano, the 50s Primetime Cafe, and the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater Restaurant. Both beer and wine are served at Hollywood and Vine, and Hollywood and Vine is one of 3 restaurants in the park that offer early entry into the show Fantasmic. This is through, if you go through the dining plan, they have this option called the Fantasmic Dining Package, where you can pick up your tickets to the show Fantasmic if you decide to go to Hollywood and Vine for dinner. Prior to 1998, the restaurant was called Hollywood and Vine Cafeteria, and Of the Stars was added to the name that year in recognition of the restaurant's newly instituted star-themed character meals. In 2003, there were 20 character meals offered at Disney World, during which actors portraying various Disney characters would interact with guests while they ate at the park's restaurants, and Disney was in the process of increasing the presence of costumed characters in the parks at the time. Nonetheless, Minnie Mouse character meals held at Hollywood and Vine were discontinued that year, and Robert Johnson of the Orlando Centennial partially attributed this cancellation to competition from the Sci-Fi Dine-In, which he said, quote, almost always has a line of customers waiting, unquote. Hollywood and Vine had resumed its Minnie Mouse character meals by 2005. By 2012, the character meals had been changed to be Playhouse Disney themed. By 2015, the Playhouse Disney characters had been switched out for Disney Junior characters. And during Star Wars weekends, the restaurant offers Jedi Mickey's Star Wars Dine, a character meal with Star Wars themed decorations, music, and food. And speaking of food, let us talk about the menu for Hollywood and Vine. So this restaurant offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hollywood and Vine is a buffet, and they serve American cuisine. And it's also a seasonal restaurant, and I'll get to why it's called a seasonal restaurant in a minute. So for breakfast, since it's a buffet, they have like a variety or a array of many foods. So for breakfast, there is assorted pastries and an omelet station. There's biscuits and gravy. There's Mickey-shaped waffles. That is what I live for at Disney World. I will easily have Mickey-shaped waffles for breakfast every morning. There's also Eggs Benedict. There is salmon and bagel casserole. There is a plant-based frittata. There is a brioche French toast with bananas Foster sauce. And for lunch and dinner, there is salads and chilled starters. There's an oven-roasted herbed chicken. There is a carved beef tenderloin. There is seared salmon, and there's spice-rubbed pork loin. There is a plant-based roasted mushroom farro risotto. There is bread pudding, and there is something called Mississippi mud pie. So as I said earlier, Hollywood and Vine is a seasonal restaurant, so let me explain. During the year, basically, Hollywood and Vine changes its themings based on the seasons of the year. So for the springtime, the restaurant is called Hollywood and Vine Minnie's Springtime Dine, and you'll see the characters wear floral and bright colored clothing. And then during the summer season, we have Hollywood and Vine Minnie's Summertime Dine, and all the characters embrace beachy vibes. And then we have, I'm assuming and guessing if this goes in theming when Disney World celebrates Halloween, from late August to late October, we have Hollywood and Vine Minnie's Halloween Dine, and the characters wear their spooky costumes. And then during the Christmas season, obviously, we have Hollywood and Vine Minnie's Holiday Dine, where the characters spread Christmas cheer with holiday-themed outfits, including Santa Goofy. So, the pros to this restaurant, the service is amazing. It's really great. Also, it's a character dining. Like, you can't go wrong with a character dining. Once again, if you don't want to wait in the ridiculous long lineups to get an autograph or pictures with your favorite Disney characters, if they're at this character dining restaurant, ask for their autograph, get your pictures on your own phone. You don't need the professional photographer. Although at the entrance, they will have a professional photographer take a picture depending on the season. I know for the springtime, they have Daisy Duck at the front entrance. And I believe during the Halloween time, I have to look at my pictures because I do have pictures from Halloween. It's usually Minnie or it's Daisy at the front entrance. But the characters that are at Hollywood and Vine are Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. I have not seen Pluto, but if somebody wants to correct me and say no, Pluto is actually there, please let me know. And another pro, it's really great food. Once again, you cannot go wrong with a buffet. Like, you can never go wrong with a buffet. So the cons that I have come up with, it's basically for 2021 during the COVID times. So the portions were small. So once again, because the buffet was closed due to COVID, we had the family dining, like family sit down, I want to call it that, the same experience that we had for Tusker House. But the difference is that Tusker House gave us like a huge, big variety of food, whereas Hollywood and Vine gave us itty bitty portions. That's according to my husband. And also, because of 2021, the restaurant is expensive. Once again, if you're willing to pay the extra money out of pocket, character dining experiences are a lot more expensive than going to regular restaurants. When I went to Hollywood and Vine in 2016 and 2019, used the Disney dining package, obviously, to pay over time. But in 2021, had to pay out of pocket right then and there. And the rating that I am giving Hollywood and Vine, it is a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So my experience with Hollywood and Vine, I've obviously just said it. I've been to this restaurant every single time I go to Disney World. It is one of my go-to restaurants at Hollywood Studios because it's a character dining. Who doesn't like that? And who, once again, who doesn't like a buffet? And as I said, I do have pictures, and I believe I do have pictures from all 3 trips, so I'm going to show them to you now. So this first picture here, this is from 2016. Like I said, this was the professional photographer, and they had Daisy at the front entrance, depending on the season. They usually say, like, it is said like it's mini springtime dime, but they usually say that this is kind of Daisy's season, who kind of knows. But this is from 2016, and we were super excited just to see Daisy duck, because that was the first time. It's like we saw the main 4 characters when we went to Epcot, but then when we finally got to see Daisy, and we got to see Pluto at Hollywood Studios on our first vacation to Disney World, so that was exciting to see. This next picture here, this is a picture of me, my sister, with Goofy, obviously, like in the spring attire. What I love about this, like the coat and the hat, it's very adorable for Goofy. And then this picture right here, this is Goofy with my mom, getting a little too friendly, obviously. This one was my absolute favorite because Donald literally just came charging at our table, put his head down like this just so we could get a picture, and it was very adorable. We enjoyed it very much. And then here's me and my sister with Donald Duck. This next picture here is my sister with Mickey Mouse. This is my favorite picture, at least one of my favorite pictures. This was me and Mickey Mouse. I was very excited. And then this one here is my mom with Mickey. And we really didn't get a chance to hang out with Minnie Mouse a lot, but we did were able to snap a quick picture of her in her beautiful floral dress, as she does. Okay, the next picture is from 2019, and I was right when I said that Minnie Mouse is at the front during the Halloween season. So here is Minnie Mouse at the front in her witch's costume during 2019. All right, this next picture here, this is my mom with Mickey Mouse in his... Was he Dracula? I gotta ask, is like Mickey Dracula during this Hollywood and Vine Halloween experience? And then here is me with Mickey Mouse. And then here's my sister with Mickey Mouse. And then here's me and my mom with cowboy skeleton Goofy. I like to call it that because the cowboy hat, and then he has like the skeleton things on his hands. And then here's me and my mom with Daisy. I have no idea. What is Daisy dressed as? Somebody needs to let me know. And I forgot about this. And here's me and my mom with mad scientist Donald Duck. This is amazing. And then the last picture that I have of Hollywood and Vine, it is during my honeymoon. What gave it away? Probably the masks that we had to wear inside the restaurant. But this was a professional picture taken. It was just me and my husband. They couldn't have the character at the front door taking pictures because of the whole 6 feet apart restriction thing. But there is my husband and I on our honeymoon. And there you have it, all the facts to Hollywood and Vine. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.